So many of y'all know that COVID has really messed up our lives, and we can all agree that it's been a pain to do what we want to do. Whether that means get togethers with family or friends or anything that people do in their spare time that requires some type of human interaction. Um, so, what about when you have to travel? Not many people think of that. In this case, the tourism market, which is one of the biggest industries in the world, has seen the biggest dip in the market since COVID was deemed a global pandemic. Hey guys, I'm Brendan Creed, and I would like to talk to you guys about how the virus has affected tourism in America. To clarify, the reason as to why I chose this topic is because I'm currently in my last semester at Ori Georgetown, majoring in sports tourism and recreational management. But after, I would enjoy getting my teaching credentials to possibly teach the curriculum I pretty much know in the field. Before we get into explaining why tourism has been affected because of the virus, we might need to run through a couple key terms to get a better understanding of what tourism really consists of. So I don't like lose you guys or anything like that. First off, tourism consists of any of all forms of travel between domestic and international travel. It also includes any type of hotel or air or road travel of any expense of traveling. So you could say, like, basically, tourism is just a huge bundle of expenses when you're traveling, to say the least. We all should at least know that the virus has affected businesses and corporations. Well, not only small businesses were being destroyed, now we have massive industries that are hitting all-time lows in revenue. According to a site that I saw on ustravel.org, it's kind of got like the database of all the tourism stuff and such. The U.S. travel spending has totaled a mere $679 billion in 2020, which is a 42% decrease from 2019 to 2020. Also, international travel spending fell to 76%, while business travel fell 70%. Also, there was a 34% drop for domestic travel and a 27% drop for leisure travel. It wasn't until around April of last year that tourism saw some type of increase in the market. But shortly after, in the last semester of the year, tourism saw another decrease in the market. Since the beginning of March and through the end of 2020, the pandemic has resulted 492 billion in cumulative losses for the U.S. travel economy. And if that wasn't mind-boggling enough, the continual depressed level of travel spending has caused a low in almost 64 million in federal, state, and local revenue since March 1st of 2020. All of that came from the U.S. travel database, which is really credible and such. With all this information I've given you, I would have to say that this $1.6 trillion industry has taken a toll during this pandemic, to say the least. And I would have to say that I hope there is a plan to increase some tourism in the near future. So in the end, do you think that there are any ways that the tourism business can get this money back by outdoing their sales this year? Well, not necessarily, because what happened in the past is in the past. You can't, make up for it. But I mean, they can outdo and try, yeah, like I said, outdo what they sold last year. But you can't go back. And I have a good example. Well, think about, like, you finish with straight B's or whatever on your report card. Well, you can't go back and fix your grades from that last semester. You gotta, keep going. And that's what it basically is. So with that, you just gotta keep moving on and find a better way to do something. With that, I would have to say COVID has changed the United States economically, psychologically, and everything that comes with it, politically, things like that. We don't have to get into that. COVID has changed the United States, and it is safe to say that I think that everything that is going on right now will forever be our new normal. that's